One of my hobbies is cleaning Roman coins. The process, which I describe in detail in one of my older videos, is straightforward. After soaking a coin in distilled water, you begin with a wooden skewer or toothpick and run it over the coin's surface in slow, small circles to dislodge any loose dirt. Next, you use a dental pick or similar implement, again in slow, small circles, to remove stubborn incrustations, being careful not to scratch the coin's patina. Finally, if the coin's incrustations cannot be removed by any other means, you use a scalpel to carefully work them away. Most of the uncleaned coins you find in lots are unprepossessing things. Common 4th century bronzes and heavily debased 3rd century Antoniniani. But occasionally, you'll find something special, and it's one of those coins that'll be our topic today. First, a brief word about this video's sponsor. These are the coins I'm currently cleaning. As you can see, they're a pretty impressive group, including a fully silvered Pholus of Diocletian, an Antoninianus of Philip the Arab, and an Ass of Nero. All of these came from Noble Roman Coins. Noble Roman Coins offers the highest quality uncleaned Roman coins on the market. This is no secret among collectors. In fact, NRC's high-grade uncleaned coins sell out so quickly that it's a good idea to sign up for the newsletter to avoid missing them when they're posted. Noble Roman Coins also has an excellent selection of cleaned and attributed Roman coins at fair and negotiable prices, along with artifacts ranging from Roman rings to the armor and weapons used by Roman legionaries. So if you're interested in an inexpensive way to start collecting Roman coins, or would like to discover Roman history through artifacts the Romans themselves made and used, follow the link in the description to Noble Roman Coins. And now, our feature presentation, which starts with a series of videos I shot several months ago, when I realized that there was an exceptional coin in my latest uncleaned lot from Noble Roman Coins. So here it is. It might not look like much. Here, I'll zoom in. Just a muddy disc with the features of an emperor barely visible beneath. But this, believe me, is a gem among unclean coins. 1 in 1,000. Now you can just see here, I'll go a little closer, the tiniest traces of patina sticking through, a deep emerald and apparently unbroken surface to this coin. And that means that beneath this dirt, we might just have a very well-preserved portrait. This is, I believe, a 2nd century coin. This could be Hadrian, this could be Antoninus Pius. We'll find out soon. Either way, I think this will be a really impressive coin and a fun one to clean up. This is what 40 minutes of earnest scraping have gotten us. I'll zoom in a bit. Now, as you may be able to see, I've cleared the emperor's neck and a bit of the field beside his face, exposing more of that emerald patina. The patina is apparently unbroken, which is an excellent sign. This coin may be nearly mint state, giving us a truly sharp portrait. Again, this is incredibly exceptional. You almost never get a large early imperial bronze in this kind of shape in an uncleaned lot. So I am looking forward very much to clearing the rest of the portrait and seeing what's beneath the incrustations. Day 2. As you can see, I've cleared quite a bit of the right side of the obverse, with that lovely green patina shining on through. I think this coin is a dupondius of Trajan. Dupondius for sure. You see the emperor has that lovely crown there, which indicates the denomination. And I think Trajan because there is no beard in evidence. He's got a nice Trajan-esque chin, so we shall see soon. The inscription, you probably can't quite tell from this angle, but I can do my best, is still obscured, and I may be just off-center enough to keep it totally off-frame on the right side there, but we shall see. Still very excited about this coin. Really a fantastic patina, and I think it's going to be a really well-preserved portrait once it's fully exposed. So stay tuned. Day 3. As you can see, I've cleared more and more of the right side here of the obverse. The coin is better preserved than I even thought. As you should be able to see in the right margin there, the inscription is still intact. It's in very small letters and not quite cleared yet, but I think that in a day or two I will have a full read of the obverse and will dispel all doubt about the identity of this emperor. More details, as you can see, the face is really superbly preserved. Every detail, every line, and that patina is almost completely unbroken. So still no disappointments in this coin, and we are closer and closer to the mystery of its identification. Day 4. I have finally begun working on the Emperor's crown. Dupondi have these lovely radiate crowns, you can see here, with these solar rays splaying out from the Emperor's brow. It looks great when it's cleaned, but cleaning it is a process because each of those prongs has to be individually picked out from the dirt, and the Emperor's hair, a rather complex pattern, has to be cleaned between. So this has slowed me down quite a bit, as it always does with these sort of coins, but still just a spectacular piece, with more and more of that legend visible. So we should have this ID'd within a day or two, but looking good still. By this point, I'm sure you're wondering why I'm wasting so much time on a single coin. There are, after all, much faster ways to do it. I could dip it in a chemical bath, or zap it with electrolysis. Part of it is that it would kill me to ruin such a beautiful coin with those methods. That would strip the patina, leave it just a bare copper slug. But the real answer is that I find the whole process therapeutic. There's something peaceful about uncovering the details little by little, one scalpel stroke at a time. And after a long day, there are much worse ways to unwind. Day 5, up close and personal. As you can see, I'm working away now on the left side of the portrait and have cleared much of the crown. The legend is beginning to appear, as is all the other fun stuff, even like the ribbon, everything else, the left side of the portrait. We are perhaps 2 days away from a fully cleared obverse, so more and more progress. Day 7. Some progress on the left side of the obverse, as you can see, but to really check how much dirt we're getting off, let's get the coin wet. Now you can see there's more detail visible with the moisture, and also a clear sense of how much is still clinging to the surface of the obverse. All on the left side, around the legend there, a lot more to still remove. But progress is being made, slow but sure, and I think we're only a few days away from a totally clean obverse. Day 8. You can see we are more or less totally clear in all the fields, all the major undetailed areas. The legend itself is still kind of spotty. It's very small letters and takes a long time to clear. The portrait coming through very nicely, and as assumed from the very beginning, the patina is almost perfect. So just a really beautiful coin once I finally get the whole thing clear. So stay tuned. Hopefully only, I would say 2 more days on the obverse. I don't know what day we're on now. I stopped counting a while ago. A coin like this, it's a long-term project. You come back to it if and when you have time. And this one is very much worth coming back to, however protracted my absences can be from my work. So as you can see, the obverse is almost totally clear. Not completely. The legend has a bit of encrusted dirt around it. Those letters are very small and pesky to clear. There's also a bit of clinging sediment around the ear, around the eye socket and nose, also the drapery at the bottom of the bust. But we are almost there. Maybe 1 or 2 more passes with a very sharp scalpel will take care of it. The reverse, too. Pardon me a moment. My wonderfully granulated skin coming in there. All right. The reverse is maybe, 80% done at this point. You can see now that it's the Emperor, Trajan himself, standing between 2 trophies, symbolic of his victories over both the Parthians and the Dacians. Here, similar problems to the obverse. There's a lot of detail and wonderful state of preservation, so I've got to take it kind of slowly. It doesn't look great from this angle because there's a kind of a mottled aspect of the patina, but it's actually in great shape, and I'm pretty close to being done with this too. I would guess that over the course of the past couple months, as I've had time for this coin, I've spent, something like 20 hours, maybe more than that, scraping away diligently at the encrusted sediment and dirt on its surfaces. You might wonder why I would spend so much time. Now, it is a beautiful coin, as I've said before, and it's also actually a quite valuable coin, or can be, if I ever cared to sell it. I probably never would, honestly, after putting so much time into it. It becomes a personal matter. There is, though, such a sense of being tied to, connected to history, when you spend so much time with an artifact. As you pass the blade over the surface, and the years and decades fall away with each pass, there's a sense that you're reversing time, traveling back to when the last hand that touched this coin, 18 or 17 centuries ago, held it, and you're shaking hands with an ancient Roman, so to speak. So anyway, it is relaxing, but it's also a sense of connectedness to my subject, and so I'll never regret spending time on a coin like this. Stay tuned for the grand finale, coming hopefully quite soon. Well, here it is. It isn't quite done, but it's close enough to show off, and I've actually dipped it in water here to make the details pop a bit more. There's Trajan, the Optimus Princeps himself, in all of his dupondian glory, and around him that very verbose legend, which reads in the full, and in the nominative, Imperator Caesar, Nerva Trajanus, Optimus Augustus, Germanicus, Dacicus, Parthicus, Pontifex Maximus, and the abbreviations down here for Tribunician Power, Consul 6 times, Pater Patriae. On the reverse, we have Trajan between two trophies, and the exurg, SC, for Senatus Consultum, and the legend about reading Senatus Populusque Romanus, SPQR. This coin was minted between 114 and 117 at Rome, and it really is a masterpiece of classical portraiture, a wonderful example of Roman history in miniature, and the finest coin I have ever cleaned. Thanks for watching.